what's happening? It's Big K Beezy. We back in here. We get to talk real quick. Now, I try to let this rock. I wasn't trying to talk about it, but this became the talk of the town. I don't know why, but recently, probably about a week ago, during Valentine's Day, you with your beloved and all this type of shit and all that. But basically, Justin LaBoy, some people call him Justin LA Boy. I'm gonna call him Justin LaBoy. Same nigga, but whatever the fuck you address him as, okay? Sorry about that. So, boom. He's dating Coi Leray. Now, we talked about this we talked about this before, after the whole Trippie Redd situation. Again, I don't know where that goes. Yeah, and she was pregnant with their child. Whatever happened with that relationship, anyways, she's with Justin LaBoy now. So they're doing a little podcast, and they were just discussing stuff about Valentine's Day. He was asking her questions like, what has a dude done for you on Valentine's Day? How much have you spent on a man? And yada, yada, yada.
Can I ask you a question?
What, babe?
You gotta be honest with me.
What?
What's the brokest thing a man has ever done for you on Valentine's Day?
I don't think I was ever in a relationship on Valentine's Day.
Huh?
I don't think so, no.
Don't say I don't think so.
No, I haven't. No.
I'm your first Valentine ever?
You're my first Valentine.
Now, of course, there were some topics that women were killing Justin LaBoy about, looking at him about. I'm not going to delve deep into every topic. Other channels have done that already. I'm not here for that. We're here mostly to have the conversation about Coi Leray calling his ass tender. Now, if you watch it, it gets to a point where they're having discussions, of course, and Coi Leray brings up the fact that she hasn't really necessarily had boyfriends in Valentine's Day, or I don't know if they broke up and then they got back together a couple months later. Anyways, the boyfriends missed Valentine's Day, which honestly, depending on the person, you might have significant importance to it. Maybe I'm just jaded or my heart's cold, but yeah, Valentine's Day, not that it's another day to me, or I didn't have company of women or whatever have you, but it's just one of those aspects where it's like, yeah, if we together, we did something. If we wasn't together, it was what it was. That, and then one of my close friends' birthday is on Valentine's Day as well. So I think it became just another day. You know what I'm saying? At some point, especially coming up. Because again, my homeboy, he was like my neighbor. Like, literally, your birthday was Valentine's Day. So it's kind of like, yeah. But again, that's me. So, again, she explained it to him. He was looking at her like puzzled and like, hey, what do you mean? So these dudes would rock out with you, and then after they would leave you for Valentine's Day or whatever have you. Now, again, Coi's an entertainer, famous people, but it doesn't change the fact that niggas ain't shit. We don't know what happened. Now, Coi says she only had 2 relationships. Of course, we know the Trippie Redd relationship. This nigga was crooning over her on what was it, Love Letter to You 4. I remember that was his intro. Very good song, by the way. And then, what was that other shit? Of course, Pressa. Well, I'm on Pressa, you know what I'm saying? Toronto's very own. But, of course, those are the relationships we know about. Of course, we know that Blueface, I don't know if y'all was just sneaky links for each other or whatever have you, that allegedly Krishan Rock had to see you about that. But I digress. We're not here to talk about Blueface, the human Etch-a-Sketch, and Krishan, Gappy McGee. We ain't here to talk about them right now. Anyways, it gets to the point, so he was like, okay, so how much have you spent on a man? And she said something like around $100K, which I believe was like a watch she wanted to buy or bought Trippie Redd.
No.
Look at me in my eyes.
No. I'm telling you no.
What's the most you ever spent on another man before?
Almost 100,000 on a fucking watch. I'll never do that again.
What you mean?
Trust me. I learned my lesson. You don't got to motherfucking tell me.
So you went broke when you met me?
I never went broke, baby.
Give me a strawberry, baby. Give me a strawberry. Cause why would you spend 100,000 on another nigga who ain't treat you as good as me?
Why I would go broke if I
don't spend 100,000 on me?
What you mean?
Let me get a strawberry.
I spent a lot of money on you. You want to see my statements?
You ain't spent 100,000 on me.
I spent a damn
You spent 100,000.
Nigga, check the fucking receipt. Hold on. Come here, you want strawberry?
Anyway, so Justin felt very offended. Like, you ain't spend that much money on me and this and that. Now, this is where I have to have the conversation. Guys, we got to keep it P. Don't get me wrong. There's levels to this. Now, if you married to the girl, then women, you kind of, not like in general, but you married to the nigga, you kind of have to spend money on the nigga. Y'all niggas is married. Yeah, like, I'm not saying like 100K, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't bullshit when it's his birthday or like Christmas. You got to get that nigga a little something. Y'all niggas is married. Y'all living in the same crib. Y'all got some kids or whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know, but let's just stick on like long relationship, girlfriend, boyfriend. I do understand being a man, you are a provider and you have to get women things. And I know Justin LaBoy, probably when he said it, it sounded better in his head than when he vocally said it. That nigga looked tender. And when Coi Leray even said it, he looked tender. I was like, yeah, bro, the way you acting. She tried to make the little excuse of, oh, you know, when I made you whatever I made you for breakfast and I put it on a paper plate, you were acting all sassy. That ain't even tender, just the way you act and look. In general, as a human being, would you like a motherfucker to spend a pretty penny on you? You know what I'm saying? It's nice, of course. But we as men have to know, girls ain't always gonna do that for us. Now, sometimes there might be a girl that will. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Might spend a little something on us, you know what I'm saying? And that's cool and that's fine. And it's highly appreciated. But that's not always gonna be the thing. That's just how the certain gender standards are, and that's perfectly fine. Now, if we're talking about same-sex relationships, now we can have another discussion about that. But in these relationships, as in guy and girl, yeah, the more masculine person does this. Now, yeah, this is why people are calling him tender and stuff. Now, don't get me wrong. The fact like these dudes didn't take Coi Leray seriously and she was dropping that much, don't get me wrong. I know Coi Leray is a millionaire. She got money. But she not on the Jeff Bezos level that is like 100K is like a drop in the paint. Because the way she talked about it was like, it was calm. And I'm like, hey, babe, you might have investments. You might have to do like Jeff Bezos money. Then I'll be like, all right, that's calm. That's light work for you. That ain't nothing. That's like a drop in the barrel. That ain't shit. But like, yeah, you acting like 100K ain't nothing. And again, I'm a regular nigga. So I'm sitting there like, nigga, what? But it is what it is. But that boy looked tender. Of course, if you're watching the thing, the clip will be in here. But of course, like, it got cut. So who knows if them niggas was having an argument or whatever have you, and they came back to it. And then, of course, she tried to change the subject. She tried to be like, oh, you're not tender then. Like, it's calm as whatever. And it's just one of those, like, first of all, just on the boy, you set yourself up. Now, Coi Leray, you made him look crazy a little bit. I'm not going to lie. But also, well, he also made her look crazy a bit. But as well as, but you make dude look crazy. Like, he just looked so pathetic. And like I said, it's not wrong if you want somebody, as a man, first of all. It's not wrong as a man or a guy, whatever the fuck, if you want your significant other to spend on you. It's perfectly fine. But you do have to realize in not every relationship, but like majority of the time, the dude will do more for the girl. Don't get me wrong. If the girl doesn't do anything for you, then yeah, she's a bitch. There's no two words about it. She like doesn't know how to reciprocate love. And it's not always with financially spending on someone. It's just you being attentive and being there for the person. You know, being a person's piece. Because don't get it misconstrued. I'll buy a couple girls things, but if you just annoying and you piss me the fuck off, I ain't buying you shit. The fuck for what? But anyways, with that being said, it's just niggas look crazy. I don't know, Justin LaBoy. You look again. You probably thought it looked good. It sounded good in your head, but it didn't look that great. Coi Leray again. And it might be one of those as well that again the way bro was talking. You know, Coi Leray. The issue with Trippie Redd, I believe she even dropped an EP or whatever, talking about her feelings. Probably came in being like all smooth or whatever, talk on some Stefan Diggs shit like, oh, let me heal you, got in there, and then now they doing all this shit. And again, and I don't want to say this because, you know, everybody deserves love. I ain't here to disrespect motherfuckers, but this shit might not last. You know what I'm saying? So it just looked to it. Bro, yeah, bro going out bad. He has to learn that, bro. Like again, he's not wrong. Like we all want a motherfucker to spend some money on. See, like you know what I'm saying. If Shorty gets you like a decent birthday gift and a decent Christmas gift, as a dude, that has to be enough. But like yeah, as for Valentine's Day and all this other bullshit, my nigga, you ain't really get. She might do the tricks in the bedroom. You might get some shit like that. Maybe some chocolate. She might make you some cookies or something. That's about it, my G. That's it. Don't even get me started on Father's Day. I will say, when I do settle down with my significant other, and then what's it called? We have kids and shit. We're gonna have to have a conversation about Father's Day, because girls, y'all, or women, not even girls, y'all be disrespectful. You be getting niggas socks. Like, nah. Nigga, I'm watching these little bastards as much as you is. Nigga, you gonna have to, nigga, like, take me out. Like, you know, take me to dinner or some bullshit. But again, enough about me. Justin LaBoy, yeah, you look tender. You look crazy as hell, bro. You gotta understand, sadly, in this social world and even just gender standards, the dude is going to put more time into wooing the girl or courting the woman more than the woman is. Not to say, now, if she never bought you anything, we can have a conversation, because at that point it's like, all right, you taking advantage of dude. But like, bro, don't expect now. Now, Trippie Redd, that might have been her one, because let's not act like, hey, women don't meet a nigga they just in love with, they just doing shit for niggas. You know what I'm saying? That happens. You might just be that in love with a nigga, you just forget. You just doing shit for niggas off the strength of the love. You know, so it does happen. It does happen. So besides all that, what do y'all think about this? This is just me just recapping the whole situation. My niggas, okay, you tender, you sensitive, you light skinned in general, so it's fine. It works for your motif. It works for your fucking appearance. But yeah, it's fine, my G. It's all good. But what do y'all think? Comments down below, links in the description. Besides that, it's your friendly neighborhood K.A. signing off for today. Also, I hope y'all had a blessed Valentine's Day. If y'all didn't, hey, I'm sorry as well. But yeah, I'm gone. You heard me? Shalom, peace, y'all. Alright.